Hey guys! Today I'm going to be reviewing another pair of circle lenses for you, and that is the pair I have in right now, which are these. And these are the ColourVue lenses in the style Nebulos. So these lenses are actually mini Sclera lenses, which means that they are bigger than your typical everyday lenses or circle lenses, but smaller than actual Sclera lenses. So for those who are unsure, regular lenses and circle lenses tend to run up to about a maximum of 60mm in diameter. These are mini Scleras, so I think these are either 17 or 17.5mm in diameter. And then your full Sclera lenses start at about 21 to 22mm in diameter. And as someone who owns both circle lenses and Sclera lenses, I thought it was about time I tried out, finally, some mini Scleras. So I have to tell you guys, I am absolutely in love with these lenses. They are so amazing. I have never actually owned a pair of lenses like this, though I have sought after a pair like this for such a long time. So this was a brand of cosmetic lens that I had never actually heard of before, and most of the lenses that I own are Korean. They're all made in Korea, and I tend to buy my lenses from Pinky Paradise or Unixo or Lens Village. 9 times out of 10 though, I go to Pinky Paradise. So these lenses are actually by a brand called ColourVue, and that is the English spelling with a U, as it should be. And on the packaging it also had a label that said Crazy Lens, but I'm not sure if that's the range they come from or like a sub-brand or anything. And as I mentioned, these blue coloured ones are called Nebulos. So the only place that I've been able to find these for purchase is actually a Polish website, I believe it's Polish, and it's called Optic Rosmus, and I will put that in the description below. So I was initially a little bit wary about trying out a lens that wasn't from a website that I was aware of and wasn't from any sort of manufacturer I'd ever heard of before, and they're also European lenses and not Asian lenses. But I did a bit of research on them, I found a few reviews, and honestly I was confident enough when I bought these that they would be of good quality and that they would be safe to put into my eyes. So I decided to go for it and get them and try them out because I just absolutely fell in love with their design. They have this extremely pale blue band, which does actually have some detailing on it, like little veins or cracks to give it that sort of look of being slightly more natural than just a straight up opaque band. And the thing that I love most about these lenses is that because the blue is so pale, it somehow gives this impression that the eyes are luminous, that they're glowing, that they're somehow giving off their own light, and I love that. In all the pictures I have seen of these, it looks like they are backlit from behind the coloured band, and I just thought it looked amazing. When I put them in my eyes, when I look in the mirror, I still feel like somehow there's a light source behind my eye, and so that was definitely a big selling point for me. The main reason I actually bought these lenses, I had a purpose in mind. When I saw them, I immediately thought that they would be perfect for a Psycho-Pass cosplay, since if you haven't seen the anime, when they fire the Dominator, that's the weapon they use, their eyes all light up blue, and it's so cool, and this is what this reminded me of. So I was super excited to find these because the enlarged pupil in the middle gives you that sort of super anime look, or like you could use it as like an alien look. They're also very robotic looking, but for me, I'm going to be using these for my Psycho-Pass cosplay in May. But honestly, I have worn them out and about on the day-to-day just because they look so cool, and I think they go with my new hair very well. So I absolutely adore these lenses. They were very comfortable to wear and they were very nice to put in. I was actually really surprised. I think these possibly have the highest water content of any lenses I own, which meant that they feel really comfy and slick and moisturizing in the eye. They don't feel drying or irritable or, I don't know, sticky or squeaky or anything like that. So things to note about these lenses, I have checked, they are 17mm in diameter and they have a base curve of 8.6. These lenses are only available in plano, which means that they do not have the option to come as a prescription lens. They can only come in a power of 0.0. And one purchase will give you one of each lens, so one for the left and one for the right eye. Some places make you buy each lens separately, but these come as a pair. So these lenses are normally £24.99 and that's in British pounds, but I actually got mine for £19.99 because they were on offer. And these lenses have a 1-year shelf life, so you can wear them multiple times. They are not just single use. So I also have a quick little video of me unboxing them, as you can see here. So today we have a little tiny bit of an unboxing to do, and I have some solution out ready. Do you guys like my balloon as well? So this is the kind of package it gets delivered in. It feels like it's got bubble wrap inside it. And inside, like I'm used to, the lenses are packaged in a protective foam. And there's bubble wrap inside this as well. So let's see. So here is what they look like in the package, and all of the stickers on it are in Polish, unfortunately, but all the text on the front is English, so we should be fine. So the box is telling me there's 2 lenses per pack, 45% water. So let's open these. So this is what the lenses come packaged in. And you should be able to see the lens just in the bottom there. So I'm just going to grab a towel. So I have my lens case ready here, and I decided to switch to a slightly bigger one just because these are mini Scleras. So I'm going to open them now. There's like a little area just here, there's some slight markings, and that means that you grab it there and just pull back the lid. And then once you've got that lid off, you just want to pull off this rubber lid, and with clean hands, just dump the lens whoop, into your palm. And that's what the towel is for. So straight off, this is what the lens looks like. It's a bit paler than it looks online. I don't know if you can see there that it has, on the blue, it actually has like a lot of detailing. It's not just a plain band, it actually has like an eye effect, I guess. So next I'm going to take some lens solution, give it a wash. And once I'm happy with it, pop it in the lens case and so this is what they look like in the case, and I've just flipped one around for you so you can see the front side. And that's it. I'm now going to let those sit for 8 hours just to soak before I can finally put them in. Also, you can tell how long it's been since I filmed that unboxing because this is what happened to Yara Nika balloon. He's so small. So I'll insert a clip now of my first time putting them in. This was after I had soaked them overnight, and it was my first time putting them in, so you will get to see my reaction when I very first see them in my eyes. So they are a little bit bigger than your regular circle lenses, but I still put these in the same way. With these, you're able to just widen your eye using your fingers by pushing back your lids and then just putting the lens into your eye the same way as you would do with regular contacts or with circle lenses. And so here is what they looked like in my eyes for the very first time. As you can see, I was very, very pleased with how they looked. You can see me being all happy and pleased there. And then here is the next lens. And yep, that is me being super pleased with my purchase of these lenses. So, on to my ratings. For colour, I will give them a 5 out of 5, and honestly, I understand that the blue is a little bit pale, or perhaps not in itself a very vibrant colour because it is such a pale blue, but it is very opaque. It does stand out a lot. I am extremely impressed by that sort of glow effect that I mentioned, and the black band around the inner side to give the pupil effect and the sort of dolly band around the outside are also very pigmented, and they have a huge wow effect on the eye. They're very noticeable and they're very noticeably blue, so for that reason I'm giving them a 5 out of 5 for colour. For enlargement, again, it has to be a 5 out of 5. They are mini sclera lenses and therefore they are much bigger than your natural eye. Because they give the effect of both an enlarged pupil and they have the black dolly style band around the outside, they go a huge way for enlarging your eyes. They are extremely noticeable and give you like this massive pop of size and colour. So it could not be anything less than a 5 out of 5 for enlargement. For comfort, I'm going to give them, I think, a 4.5 out of 5. They are extremely comfortable to wear. I can't feel them in my eyes like most of the lenses I wear. As I have them in and I go about my day-to-day, even though I'm blinking and looking side to side, I cannot feel them in my eye. I could very easily forget that I was wearing lenses, that I had anything in. I have worn these lenses for about 6.5 hours, and I didn't so much feel irritation, but my eyes did start to feel a little bit tired. I will say, I'd done a full day at work and then I had come home, put the lenses in and gone out. So I had been up a long time and I'd been very busy all day, but I did start to notice, I could feel the lens, and I eventually took them out after about 6.5 hours. But that is still 6.5 hours of very comfortable lens wear. So because they're not quite as comfortable as, say, the Vasen Dolly Plus range, which is my benchmark for all lenses, they're not quite as comfortable as those lenses, so I have only given them a 4.5 out of 5, but 4.5 out of 5 is still very good and they are very comfortable. One thing to note about these lenses is because they're slightly larger than your standard circle lens, and because they do have such a high water content to make them comfortable, they are, without a doubt, the slippiest lenses I have ever handled. And I do not mean that in terms of in the eyeball. They are not the slippiest lenses I've ever had in my eyeball. I don't find that they tend to move around a lot in the eye, but when I'm putting them on and cleaning them, when I'm cleaning them, my fingers slip very easily over them, and they can tend to be a little bit harder to put in and get out than regular circle lenses, and these I would say are very slippy. If you've ever eaten a pickled onion, if you peel off the first layer of a pickled onion skin and rub it between your fingers, it feels exactly like that, just thinner. It is extremely slippy. It feels, I don't really want to say slimy in the hand, but it's very slippery, so it can make it easier to get in, and it's very comfortable, and I don't really feel much irritation putting them in at all. But for getting them out, it takes me a couple goes. So guys, that is all for this lens review. I really love this pair of lenses and I will be wearing them to Comic-Con in May. And that will be for the full day, so they will definitely get a lot of wear out of them, and hopefully they will look amazing. I really do love these lenses. They are possibly some of my absolute favourites, and I will definitely be hunting down another pair and buying them again when this pair runs out in about a year. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. Let me know if you like these lenses or if you're thinking of getting a pair like this. And if you have any sort of questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comments section down below. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. There are tons of circle lens reviews on my channel already, and please subscribe for more stuff like this in the future. So that is it for this video guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!